Rey Mysterio is one of the greatest legends in wrestling history. For decades, he carried the flag of the underdog, proving that heart and passion could defeat giants. Fans loved him not just for his matches, but for his values, family, respect, and loyalty. But in 2022, the WWE Universe witnessed something nobody expected. His own son, Dominik Mysterio, turned his back on him. A father and son once united in love, now divided by betrayal. How did we get here? How did the dream of Rey raising his son to carry his legacy turn into a nightmare where Dominik became one of the most hated heels in the company? This is the untold story of Rey and Dominik Mysterio. Rey Mysterio built his name as the ultimate underdog. At just over 5 feet tall, nobody thought he could survive in WWE. But Rey's speed, high-flying style, and resilience won over millions. From shocking the world with his Royal Rumble 2006 victory to capturing the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, Rey's journey was built on heart. He wasn't just a wrestler, he was a symbol of hope for those who felt overlooked. And behind it all was one thing he always valued above everything: his family, his wife Angie, his daughter Aliyah, and his young son Dominik. For most kids, childhood means school and cartoons. For Dominik, it was WWE. In 2005, when Dominik was just a child, WWE pulled him into one of the most emotional storylines ever: the Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio custody battle. Fans watched as little Dominik was caught in the middle of drama between two best friends turned bitter enemies. It was emotional, it was dramatic, and it gave fans their very first look at the boy who would one day step into his father's shoes. After that storyline, Dominik faded away from TV. Rey protected him from the chaos of the business. But behind the scenes, the dream was already forming. One day, father and son would share the same ring. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss more WWE stories just like this one. Dominik's in-ring debut. Fast forward to 2020. WWE was in the middle of the pandemic. No live fans, just the Thunderdome. Out of nowhere, Dominik Mysterio made his in-ring debut at SummerSlam, facing Seth Rollins. Fans didn't know what to expect. Could this kid actually wrestle? Would he embarrass his father's legacy? Instead, Dominik shocked the world. He went toe-to-toe with Seth Rollins in one of the best matches of the night. Rey, standing ringside, looked proud beyond words. Soon after, Rey and Dominik teamed up, and in 2021, history was made. Rey and Dominik became the first ever father-son duo to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. For Rey, it was the ultimate dream realized: sharing championship gold with his son, standing side by side, family united. But as fast as the dream came true, cracks began to show. Dominik had always been compared to his father: the mask, the moves, the pressure. Rey was a legend. Dominik was still trying to prove himself. In 2020, WWE introduced the Judgment Day, a dark, manipulative faction. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and soon, Dominik. It all exploded at Clash at the Castle in September 2022. After Rey and Edge defeated the Judgment Day, Dominik shocked the world. He turned on Edge, and then he clotheslined his own father. The boos were deafening. Fans were stunned. Rey was heartbroken. The son he raised in love had joined the very people trying to destroy him. For weeks, Rey refused to fight his own son. He begged Dominik to stop, but Dominik leaned deeper into his heel role. He mocked his father. He interrupted family holidays. He disrespected his mother and sister. And with Rhea Ripley by his side, he became one of the most hated stars in all of WWE. The tension built for months. Fans begged Rey to fight back, but Rey always said, "I will never lay a hand on my son." Until WrestleMania 39. On the grandest stage of them all, Rey finally agreed. He had no choice. Dominik had crossed every line. The build-up was emotional. Rey's promos were filled with pain and disappointment. Dominik played the perfect heel, wearing his ex-con Dom gimmick, mocking his time in a fake prison storyline. When the bell rang at WrestleMania, it wasn't just a match. It was a father fighting for his family's honor. The crowd was electric. Every punch, every move felt personal. In the end, Rey Mysterio won. The father defeated the son. But the feud changed everything. Dominik Mysterio was no longer just Rey's kid. He was his own man, one of the most hated and entertaining heels in all of WWE. What fans didn't see is what happened behind the scenes. Rey knew his time in wrestling was nearing his end. He wanted to pass the torch, and the best way to do that was not by protecting his son, but by letting him break free. The heel turn wasn't just storyline, it was Rey's gift to Dominik. By turning against his father, Dominik found his identity. He became a star fans loved to hate, and Rey knew it was the right move, no matter how much it hurt in the ring. This was more than wrestling. This was a father's sacrifice for his son's future. But let's imagine another world. What if Dominik had never betrayed Rey? What if they stayed together as a team? Picture it, Rey and Dominik defending their tag team titles for years, father and son traveling the world as heroes, symbols of family and loyalty. Their story would have been wholesome, inspiring, emotional. Fans would have loved it. But here's the truth. That story, while beautiful, would not have made Dominik into the superstar he is today. The betrayal gave him edge. It gave him fire. It gave him an identity. Sometimes loyalty keeps you in the shadows. Betrayal pushes you into the spotlight. And that's exactly what happened to Dominik Mysterio. The story of Rey and Dominik is one of the most emotional chapters in WWE history. A father and son, united by love, divided by betrayal, and bonded forever by legacy. Rey Mysterio gave everything to WWE, and in the end, his greatest gift wasn't another championship or another classic match. His greatest gift was preparing his son to take his place. It hurt, it broke hearts, but it worked. Dominik Mysterio is now one of WWE's most talked about stars. And that's the untold truth. Sometimes the strongest way to show love is to let go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next WWE story.